K105. Good morning to one and all. Good morning to everyone this morning, wherever you are. Good morning to you, and thanks for making K105 GBN TV be part of getting you up and moving in the morning time. Hey, my name GT. I'm going to be around with you until it's, 9 a.m. this morning. I should be linking up with my co-host shortly, Gary. He's over there via Hot 98, getting his thing sorted out over there. And pretty soon he will pop in with me, and we will take you through. It's just around, 30 minutes after the hour. You're just looking at the time, man. It's time for me to take that break. And when I come back from the break this morning, we kick into Good Morning Grenada. Thanks for being part of it once again. We're coming right back.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment as you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest. Visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
Introducing Color by Sissons. 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 Color by Sissons.
Total is one of the world's largest oil companies with a top quality line of lubricants. Total Lubricants has a full product line from passenger cars, motorcycle, heavy industrial equipment, mining, trucking, agriculture, and manufacturing machines and vehicles. Total Lubricants, winning championships in motorsports, including Formula One and World Rally Championships. Total Lubricants are available at all Rubis service stations, leading automotive shops, and distributed by Huggins.
Good morning once again. Hey, that's a lot of morning I've been shutting off for a wee bit. Let me say good morning and welcome to our online viewers this morning. Those of you via Facebook, don't forget to share the live. Those of you via our YouTube channel, that's GBN Production, good morning to you. And hey, thanks for being there. Let me say good morning to those of you viewing via GBN TV. Yes, welcome to you also. Certainly hope you're having an awesome morning thus far. I know you may get your chores done, but you're also taking the time out to view and listen. Those of you who can do that, bit of a multitasking. I usually do that and hear a whole lot. So thanks for being part of it, and certainly welcome once again. It's Good Morning Grenada. Usually we be popping together with my co-host Gary over there via Hot 98, and I should be able to join him right about now. Gary, good morning if you're there. Good morning to you, bro. How you doing?
Good morning, man.
Yeah,
Of course I'm here.
Yeah.
Where else would I be?
Well,
it's the morning show, and of course it's Good Morning Grenada, so top of the morning to everyone. How you doing, GT?
Just cool, man. Just cool. Just chilling in the back. It's been Wednesday, middle of the week. Yeah. Something about Wednesday.
Another day.
Something about the Wednesdays, yeah? I don't know, man. Something about Wednesdays. Yeah. What's your thoughts about Wednesday? What's your thought with something about Wednesdays in terms of the how I'm seeing it?
Wednesday is just another day for me, man.
I agree with that. I agree with you with that.
I have no set of ideas when it comes to Wednesdays. It's just another day.
Yeah.
You know? Some say it's home day. Some say it's lazy day. Well, I don't know.
Yeah. I just like it being in the middle of the week kind of thing. Yeah. Wednesday. All right.
Yeah.
Let's say no more. Anyway. Well, We don't have an updated, of course, version of the COVID dashboard this morning. Of course,
I thought I sent you the one of the 25th. I think that's 25th, the most updated one.
But to be honest, I actually did it yesterday. That particular one, I actually did it yesterday. Okay. But we can always review it again because there may be some relevance to it still. Just to alert folks in terms, I'm not sure if it's been updated as of yesterday, but we know there's a total active cases now of 292. Active cases on Island, Gary. The numbers are growing, and we're not sure if it grew any more between yesterday and this time of the morning. So if we do get one that is updated as the morning progresses, we will throw that out. But for the 25th, dated that COVID dashboard that was dated for the 25th, we're looking at new confirmed cases. There were 69, and there's at least 3 individuals in hospital who's hospitalized, and with 2 being moderately ill, 1 severely ill. And the test that was done on the 25th, yeah, that was 376. That's an 18.4% positivity rate. All right, no new deaths, no new deaths, and there's new recoveries of just around 14 persons have new recoveries. So just in case you folks who like to get into the numbers, total in a combination of deaths, 220. That's from since the COVID virus actually kicked off here in Grenada. That was sometime in 2020 to present date. 220 individuals. All right. So that's just giving you an update in a nutshell there, just a wee bit this morning. Once again, active cases as of the 25th of April, 292. Yes. Let's move on, Gary.
This is where we at, family. It's a serious matter, and we're getting ready for Carnival, and we see a lot of people, carefree about how they socialize and go about, and let's just continue to hope and pray for the best.
Yeah, we're hoping for the best. I was having a chit-chat with someone about that this morning, about the events, and I'm seeing folks are just being careless. I'm not saying carefree. They're careless in terms of how they're doing things. And we're hoping we don't get another major outbreak. We don't want to have another outbreak. Not hoping for we don't have it, but just don't want to have another outbreak. Period. All right? It just gets set for the... whatever day, Gary. Hey, man, somehow you're hiding this morning behind some screen on the other side. I don't know. We're not seeing your face this morning. What's up with you this morning, man? Oh, sure. Yeah. You hiding, and I'm not even hearing you this morning, so get that sorted out. We're getting set for...
I didn't realize I was hiding.
Yeah, so you were hiding. You were hiding.
Let's get into the word of the day.
Let's get the word of the day out.
Cerebral. That's the word of the day. It's an adjective. Once again, cerebral. It is spelled C-E-R-E-B-R-A-L. Cerebral means of or related to the brain or intellect. Primarily intellectual in nature. The study is on the cerebral functions of infants. Here is another sentence. The movie is a cerebral thriller that rewards the viewer's careful attention with intricate plot turns. Your word of the day, cerebral.
Hey, and I want you to flow directly into the thought of the day this morning. I think I'm going to give you all the work to do today. It's Wednesday, so I'm in that sort of relaxing mood for some reason. You're going to do all the work.
Bring it on, then.
Yeah, you go right ahead.
Tomorrow belongs to the people who prepare for it. Once again, tomorrow belongs to the people who prepare for it. All it means is taking responsibility for your future by doing something about it, not tomorrow, not next month, not next year, but doing something about it now. Being conscious that what you do today will determine the quality of your life tomorrow in terms of relationships, finances, and health. Your life begins the moment you realize no one is coming to save you. So sooner you realize that, the better for you. So when you stop making wishes, but begin to take action, knowing that no miracles will come to fulfill your dreams. The time to act is now. Let's go, family.
Yeah. Wow. Powerful there. The thought of the day this morning, all part of a Good Morning Grenada. Hey, let's get set for your Did You Know segment this morning. Another interesting Did You Know segment as always. Did you know, Gary, that chewing gum is banned in Singapore? Did you know that?
I didn't.
You didn't know that?
Innocent chewing gums.
Innocent chewing gums is banned in Singapore, along with having the law against spitting and urinating anywhere but in a toilet. All right, which then legally obligations to flush at public washrooms. All right, Singapore has also banned chewing gums in an effort to keep the city clean and orderly. The ban was actually established in 1992, and in 2004, exceptions were made to theoretical details and narcotics gums. So if you didn't know, now you know. Yeah. So I mean, imagine those kind of rules, Gary, been part of a way of life for us here in Grenada. Do you think we will be able to follow suit on that? Right?
Well, I hope that Singapore is a really clean, tidy,
I'm assuming
like
it is.
I'm kind of clean I'm talking about.
I'm assuming it is. If those rules are all there and being made a law, you understand, made a law per se, I'm assuming it will be a very clean. Seen some pictures of the city and so forth, and I think more or less it is what they say, to keep it clean. You're not allowed to do these things, and for people of that particular part of the world, they follow suit. You understand? They follow what the government and so forth. They don't. Hey, gotta do. That's what we gotta do, and that's what we had to do. You understand? Hey, let's get into our health tip this morning. Don't forget the health tip comes to the kind compliments of Mitchell's Health and Wellness Pharmacy, where your family's health is our business. What's the health tip? Well, we were featuring today, guys. Tell us about it.
Health tip for today. Hey, GT, when last you've been on the beach?
A pretty long time. Sad that I live in Grenada, where beaches are, just mere steps away sometimes.
We are guilty. I'm guilty of that, but I think I'm a little better than you. But, there are great therapeutic, medicinal properties in going on the beach, right?
Yeah.
And soaking, immersing in the salt water. The salt water has a lot of minerals.
That I know.
It's very therapeutic and it's very good for you. Did you know that?
Yes, I know that. I actually know that, the therapeutic values of bathing in the sea and soaking up that salt water per se. I actually do know that.
Well, it enhances your skin. It improves circulation. Revitalize wellness, strengthens your immune system, and in fact, swimming in the sea has long been an activity enjoyed by people at the beach. But did you realize that bathing and soaking in seawater was actually a practice reserved by the ancient Greeks for its numerous benefits? Now, far more than taking a refreshing dip to cool off, they consider the mineral-rich water of the sea to be extremely powerful in the realm of health and beauty. They commonly soaked in pools and hot tubs and had been stocked with seawater. But in modern times, of course, most people just choose to go directly to the source, right?
All right.
With a swim in the sea, like you should be doing, GT, sooner than later.
I mean, I don't know. I'm guilty of that. And sometimes I say, visitors come to the island and say, I've been to the beach, every morning, and some of them do it in the afternoon. And I'm saying, I'm living on the island where beach are just mere minutes away, where some folks have to take a plane to actually come here to see a beach. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, that's the reality. That is.
And I haven't visited the beach in a long time. I'll be honest about that. Haven't been in maybe a couple of months. Well, I wouldn't say years, but maybe a couple of months. Well, I haven't even been for the year since the year started. Been close to the beach, but haven't actually went to the water and stuff. Haven't went to the water and stuff. And I think I got to start doing that again, man. I think I got to start. I've been lapsing on a lot of things lately. For some reason or the other, I don't know what's causing it. But anyway, that'll be sorted out. That's gonna be sorted out sooner or later.
Well, I've got the riddle.
Yeah,
of course. The riddle is comes to you. Compliments our friends at the computer store located down there in the Spiceland Mall. So make sure you check them out for all your, tech gadgets and whatever you're searching for. They've got it. And in fact, they would be awarding a prize for the lucky winner with the correct answer here this morning to this riddle. What month has 28 days? What month has 28 days? Think about this a little bit, and hopefully Master Control got a copy of this riddle that I sent in the last minute or two. My apologies.
Oh,
but
what?
What month has 28 days? All right. Yeah. Answered correctly, you can win yourself a scientific calculator from the computer store.
You know,
make sure you check them out. And we need someone to message us with, of course, well, not message, but send us a voice note. We're only taking voice notes accompanied by a picture, GT.
Yep.
All right, of the winning kid. And hopefully we get kids only to participate. If you've won before, we invite you to allow someone else to get a chance to win this morning, okay?
And I'm watching the messages via WhatsApp pouring in this morning. Yeah. It's like a thunderstorm this morning. Everybody seems to know the answer to this one. I don't know.
Grab a view of the first one.
I have grabbed a view of the first one.
Before it gets lost in the rubber.
Sometimes I get lost a wee bit, but I have a view. And I hope that who it came in first is actually going to be the winner this morning. So we hopeful for that. We're being hopeful for that. Hey, time check, Gary. We're looking at what time it is. We're looking at exactly 15 minutes moving out before the top of the hour this morning. Time check compliments the folks at Grace Food. It's time for the edition of news here on the K105 Hot 98 and rebroadcast of last evening's news via GBN TV. The news is next here on Classic 105 Hot 98.
Top story tonight, the family of Woburn resident Kimon Bell has been rocked by the tragic circumstances in which the former student of the Presentation Brothers College lost his life on Sunday. And now the lone survivor recounts his story in this Jared Joseph report.
The survivor's story is finally being told following the tragic loss of life at sea due to a boating incident involving the Grenada Coast Guard on Sunday. Vondy Joseph, retelling his story to the media on Tuesday, says he and the deceased Kimon Bell journeyed to Hawk Island and on the return experienced engine problems. And that's when things took a turn for worse.
So the same time I tell him, I'm going to call and get rescue. Kimon tell me, nah, I know the problem. I'm going to fix the problem, Vondy. Don't worry, we will get through. But same time now, Kimon end up fixing the problem in the engine now. And then we start to run up on the airport. We're running going up to Grenada Beach. We end up making it a light. So he end up telling me, I end up telling him, well, but that the code, the trawler over there outside the Jomo trawler. He tell me, nah, boy, that the Coast Guard. At the same time, he started to slow down. I tell him, cut in Grenada, go in more to Grenada, and then we run up on the cruise. As we running up on the cruise now, at the same time, the Coast Guard make a U-turn. And just turn off the lights now and start to running coming up to we. So at the same time, he slow down now, and I tell him, well, let me put on the phone light. Turn on the phone light now, waving the light as the Coast Guard speeding coming to us. The men just end up running into us. And just kill a bit.
He claims an officer initially refused to grant him a phone call.
I raised up my head from in the water. I see Bell floating. I said to tell the men, they kill my brother boy. And the men, when he started to make calls to call some Sarge, I turn around and tell the man, boy, bleeding out in the water, boy, come and take me out in the water. The man, when he had me in the water, they floating on the boat, holding on. Next 2 minutes, the man pull out a gun and crank it. And telling me now, come up on the boat. So I telling the man now, boy, I just get through the man mother. Then the man play, hold him back, and then tell him, come up. And I go up on the boat now, the man end up putting out the gun and then go in the front of the boat and never come.
Maritime lawyer and legal counsel for Bell's family, Anselm Crowden, highlights the guidelines to be followed by the Coast Guard.
Well, those are military vehicles, and they're supposed to be littered. You see any man of war, any Coast Guard traversing the territorial sea of Grenada, even our Coast Guard is supposed to be properly littered at all times when they're traversing the ocean, so that they are identifiable as a military or paramilitary vehicle. and usually they must carry lights. The International Maritime Organization regulations speaks to it. I mean, yachts, you see they have a light at the mast. You must at all times, when at sea at night, that's part of the navigational, International Maritime Navigational Act. You must have your port and starboard minimum lights on, or your deck lights. But if you're a military organization, if you're a Coast Guard or a battleship, well, your deck is always littered with rotating lights as you move.
I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
The Royal Grenada Police Force has pledged emotional support to the family of Kimon Bell, the young man who lost his life in the boat incident involving the Coast Guard on Sunday. Assistant Superintendent at the Community Relations Department, Desmond Richards, pledges to lend emotional support to the family of 22-year-old Kimon Bell of Woburn St. George, while investigations are carried out into the circumstances surrounding his death.
The matter will be investigated thoroughly, and the outcome, we continue contact with the family, giving them feedback as to where we are, what is happening, and, even at time visiting from time to time, just to show them that, we are not just pushing this, aside and not looking at it seriously.
Bell's body was retrieved from the sea on Monday after the Coast Guard ran into a boat carrying him and another occupant on a Sunday night. ASP Richards says whether or not the officers will be placed on leave will be determined by Commissioner of Police Edwin Martin.
That would be a determination for the Commissioner of Police based on some of the preliminary evidence that might come out. And so that would be a determination for him.
ASP Richards urged Grenadians to not turn to social media to make negative remarks on the ongoing investigation, but to instead pray for the families involved.
It would be a good thing here to ask all of us in Grenadians to really, rather than making loose comments and saying all kind of things that may not be appropriate, and letting your perception come through your mouth. Let us pray. Let us pray for the family. Let us pray for the officers, that at least they will have the necessary strength, as I said, to go through this period.
The other occupant of the boat with Bell sustained minor injuries and was treated at the General Hospital and discharged. Attorney Anselm Clouden has described the accident which took the life of 22-year-old Kimon Bell as a tragic occurrence. The lawyer claims that to date, no official has reached out to the Bell family to offer sympathies. Gerard Joseph has that story.
7 days. 7 days to speak with us. I represent the estate and the parents of the deceased.
Attorney at law Anselm Clouden says he's baffled at the lack of empathy shown by the authorities following the tragic death of Kimon Bell out at sea. Clouden, who specializes in maritime law, notes that they are still awaiting an autopsy, highlighting that he has indicated to the Deputy Commissioner of Police the need for another pathologist or specialist representing the interest of the family.
This is a collision at sea and must be treated as such. It's not an accident. If the Coast Guard had observed and was prudent and careful and observed certain accepted maritime principles with respect to navigation and navigation in inland waters and in the territorial sea, this incident would not have occurred, David.
The attorney alleges that the death of Kimon Bell came as a result of the Coast Guard's reckless disregard for observing the rules as required of military and paramilitary ships to be lit at all times. Father of the deceased is unmoved by the report given by the Coast Guard and is calling out for justice.
Because the Coast Guard equipped with a radar that could pick up something in front of it over 200 feet. The Coast Guard got lights that could brighten up the whole Sea of Grenada. Why are they claiming it's an accident? This is willfully done, and my son was a target. Because after the boat hit, and the guy claimed that look at Kimon Bell in the water, why the police and the Coast Guard didn't jump overboard and get my son? Why? Why? They'll wait until the next morning, before they could recover my son. I need justice, and I need it fast.
Crowden believes the Coast Guard was negligent and the authorities should step forward and open negotiations for some form of compensation to the family. I am Gerald Joseph for GBN News.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell will deliver an address to the nation tonight before a live audience. The Prime Minister is expected to focus largely on the pension issue, as government has been engaged in a number of strategic consultations since the High Court ruling earlier this month. The Prime Minister's address will be broadcast live on all GBN platforms. NDC caretaker for St. Andrew Northeast, Tessa Sincere, believes not enough politicians are publicly coming out to reprimand and admonish supporters for ungentlemanly behaviors. Sincere, who also serves as senator in the upper house of parliament, says some behaviors hinge on bullying, which should never be condoned.
Right, so let me speak to what they're not doing, because I'm not seeing many of the politicians coming out and chastising supporters, for example, of the behaviors that we're seeing, which is really bullying when we come on Facebook and persons have different opinions or perspectives on an issue. I am not seeing many politicians coming out and saying, you know what, supporters, we should not be doing that. Let's stay focused. Let's focus on the issues and not go down into the drain or gutter politics, as we would call it.
She says it has become a culture in some parts where gutter politics is the name of the game. However, she says it's time for change.
I think in some areas we are there, and I am very cognizant that, you cannot control what adults do. Everybody has their own way of doing things, saying things, behaving. But I do believe that we can move away from it. It's a mindset, and mindsets are difficult to change. But if we are going to be change agents, to use the phrase that you used earlier, then we must start somewhere. And to me, starting is by making a statement that this is not acceptable, this does not augur well, this does not do anything for national politics or nation building.
Still in politics, after more than 2 decades in frontline politics, Anthony Boson says he is ready to cut free and make way for his successor to finish what he started. Cherry and Blackman, Stephen reports.
Outgoing parliamentary representative for St. Patrick West, Anthony Boson, is bowing out of frontline politics and reiterates that his time has come after 25 years of service.
It was in April 1997 that I made my entrance into the political arena as a full-fledged member of the New National Party. 25 years later, I believe it is time for me to take my exit from frontline politics and to pass the baton on to my successor.
Boson's statements were made during the official launch of the NNP caretakers for St. Patrick. Pamela Moses, who is seeking another term in St. Patrick East, and Victor Phillip, who is contesting the St. Patrick West constituency for the first time. He told supporters that he now looks to his successor to take over his unaccomplished task.
My duty was to serve you selflessly and to the best of my ability. I am fully aware that I did not accomplish everything that I planned to do. I do hope, however, that my successor will continue to build on the solid foundation that was created.
In the heat of the COVID-19 pandemic, many Grenadians defied authorities' orders and engaged in carnival-like activities in 2020 and 2021. It was that defiance that resulted in Boson making a statement in Parliament in 2021 relating to demons that Grenadians, and in particular the people of St. Patrick, took notice of.
Working together as citizens of St. Patrick, Mr. Speaker, we will seek to exorcise whatever demon came into us in St. Patrick yesterday.
Now preparing to depart frontline politics, Boson is leaving biblical words for his political colleagues, referencing spiritual evil.
Put on the full armor of God, for you will wrestle not only against flesh and blood, but also against powers and spiritual wickedness.
Anthony Boson's decision to step aside was not a spur-of-the-moment one, as he disclosed following the 2018 general election that he will not contest another election and opted not to accept a ministerial portfolio. His legacy as a politician includes his service to Grenada as Minister of Finance, Trade, Industry and Planning from 1999 to 2007, Minister for Economic Development and Planning, Trade and Industry from 2007 to 2008, and Minister for Education, Human Resource Development in 2013, and finally, Cabinet reshuffle in 2017, he was appointed Minister for Sports.
I have fought the good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith, brothers and sisters.
Cherry and Blackburn Stephen, GBN News.
A man on a 10-year journey around the world to save the next generation is back in Grenada. Christina John tells us more.
Harald Reichenbach from Switzerland is in Grenada as part of a 10-year journey around the world that began in 2014. The project Harald has embarked on is called G-Cubes and aims to save the next generation, he says, as it entails the collection of garbage, mostly plastic, and forming them into cubes. His vessel, Odilin, which set sail in early 2020, was docked in Grenada 4 days before COVID lockdown in March that same year, forcing him to abandon his mission until now. 10 days ago, he returned to Grenada to collect his boat to complete his project.
I felt really bad for the next generation, for my kids especially, because it's so difficult to explain them how to go on with all this disaster we did, our generation, and I think that was the main cause at the end, that I said I want to do something for the kids, for the next generation, by creating an art piece done by the kids all around the world together.
As an artist, he says, by doing art, he is trying to make a statement on the problem of plastic garbage. Working in partnership with the Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority, he plans to engage at least 3 schools on the island in the collection of plastic trash from shorelines.
First, we go collecting trash at the beaches. We bring the trash back to the schools and we talk about plastic, what it has for impacts for the environment, whatever. And we prepare this plastic. We have to dry it out and then we compress it. I have 2 compressors on board. We compress that all to little raw cubes of 9.8 centimeters.
Harald has made several stops before Grenada and has worked with schools and organizations with similar interests. He plans to leave the country by May 18th for Martinique, which is his next intended stop.
The project was planned to make a circumnavigation with changing crew, and the changing crew would have compressed these cubes, and then we pour it into resin, and at the end the plan was to make one big cube of 1,000 cubes as a monument, to make a show and to make a traveling show, which I want to show in museums and galleries.
Christina John, GBN News.
And now we turn our attention to what has been creating a buzz on social media. GBN Social Buzz is reaching beyond the local platform to share with you what's trending on social media. We browse the World Wide Web and bring to you the topics inciting the most reaction and debate among users. On Monday, we aired a report about an incident surrounding the death of 22-year-old Kimon Bell of Woburn St. George, who was an occupant on board a fishing vessel that was ran into by the Coast Guard.
Sunday night, 24th, the Coast Guard was returning to the base after conducting some operations on the sea, and in the process of they returning to base, ran over a small fishing boat. There were 2 occupants in the boat. One sustained injuries and were treated at the hospital and released. The other was recovered this morning by the divers of the Coast Guard, and he was taken to the Coast Guard base where the doctor examined him. The doctor examined him and pronounced the young man dead.
Our social media users took to the comments section to share their thoughts and concerns about the incident. The following views are of the members of the public and not necessarily of the GBN. Rayan said, so who would be charged and held accountable for the loss of life? Who will be serving time in jail? Let's see how the system works. If it was a bus accident and one bounced and died on the spot, the driver will be charged, even though we all know it was an accident. Some must and will be accountable. So which one of the officers will arrest the officer or officers accountable? The saga continues. Jefferson chimed in, sorry to hear about that, but why is everyone coming down on Coast Guard? Fishery always say all small boats and big should be equipped and should have a blinking light on their boat, so Coast Guard and other boat users should notice you from a distance. So I guess that boat didn't have no blinking light, so don't blame the Coast Guard. They themselves are to blame. Also, Coast Guard have a little blame to get to. This person said this police officer should have been given a script for this interview. How could he say that the pain of the tragedy became worse for him when he spoke to the officers involved? Is he saying that the family's pain after losing their loved one to death is less than he feels for the officers responsible for that death? I doubt that this was his intention, but he has in effect minimized the family's pain and has shown an unmistakable partiality towards the officers involved. This is a very sensitive matter, and one needs to choose one's words carefully and have the appropriate facial composure when responding to the media. I think the Commissioner of Police should do these media engagements himself or give these officers a script to follow. Hudson said, I'm wondering if this Coast Guard boat was not equipped with sonar system to detect object in the water, because I'm wondering how do they spot suspicious boats at night? Something is very fishy. Finally, Roger said, it's very sad and very unfortunate. Condolences to the family of the young man. In instances like these, the folks at the top should be looking to introduce boat safety courses for small craft operators. That's what's buzzing tonight. We encourage you, our viewers and listeners, to submit your think pieces on trending topics locally, regionally, and internationally via our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Continue to share your thoughts and concerns with us on our social media platforms. Work on Molyneux land slippage area is set to commence in June. Since the closure of the roadway back in December of 2019, several studies have been conducted to come up with the best possible solution to the land slippage. More in this Christina John report as Infrastructure Development Minister met with residents.
During last Friday's consultation with residents of Molyneux St. George, Infrastructure Development Minister Nolan Cox announced the commencement of work on the land.
So I'll be back with you, those of you viewing via GBN TV. Good morning again and welcome back. Let's say good morning to our social media platforms. Whether it's Facebook, shared live. Those of you via our YouTube channel, welcome back once again. It's Good Morning Grenada. Hey, don't forget the number you could always chiming via 435-2041. That's 435-2041. You can also use that via that particular number via WhatsApp. We just took care of the news and all the other bits and pieces. So we're back inside the second segment of Good Morning Grenada. I should be joining my co-host shortly. That's Gary, Mr. Smooth, as he like to call himself. Yeah. Let me see if he's ready for me, or if he's ready for me again. Hey, Gary, we're back. Welcome back, man.
Yeah, we're back.
We're back inside the second segment of Good Morning Grenada for Wednesday. Yeah. Gary, just a couple more days and the month of April will be history.
The 27th?
Yeah, the 27th.
Could you imagine that?
Yeah, April is just going to be a memory. An interesting month. Lots happened within this month. We had the Intercall Games, we had this. Did we have Intercall in April? April, I mean. Was it there? March, April.
Wait, no, we in April, right? So I think
yes, we're
early up in the month, right?
Yeah.
Early up in the month, right?
Yeah, a little bit earlier up in the month. Yeah. Listen, so much happened within this month. Time flies. I have the tendency to believe we're getting 2 weeks for a month and we're already sure. You understand?
Yeah.
This 4 weeks thing doesn't seem, viable anymore. It's like we're getting 2 weeks that represents a month now, and because time flies so much, man. Anyway, let's move on. So we got a couple of folks who have chimed in via the riddle this morning, and I was saying, because sometimes you get the individual who pops in first in terms of sending in an answer, but may not be the correct answer. So I'm going to play the individual who has sent in the first the one this morning. That came in just around 6:47. All right, let's see what this individual actually said, and it's a youngster, so let's see if she have the right answer.
Hello, good morning. My name is Renisha Linton, and the answer is February.
And the answer is February. Is she correct or not? I'm leaving you the one to determine this morning.
Y'all think that riddle was going to be that simple? No, come on.
So February is incorrect. So we're going to the individual that sent in the second answer. Sorry, this individual didn't send a picture. So let's see if this individual has the correct answer.
It's Maya Joseph. All the months are 28 days.
Okay, let me repeat that once again.
It's Maya Joseph. All the months are 28 days.
Did she say the name is Maya Joseph?
Yeah.
Maya, and she said all the months.
But it hasn't Maya won before though?
I'm trying to remember. I can't remember. Anyhow. I'm trying to scroll through and see if Maya ever.
I know Maya is a regular contributor.
Well, I haven't seen her. I'll be honest. I'm going through the archives of the messages, and I haven't seen her participated before. No, I don't think she have participated before.
Okay, so Maya, you are absolutely correct.
Yeah.
For those of you who thought that riddle was that simple, that would not have been a riddle.
The trick of it, everybody is always assuming that the month of February has 28 days. You understand? So it's the only month that has 28 days. No. All the months do have 28 days. All right, so Maya, congratulations. Let me play another two and see if they came any close at all.
We get kids only to participate.
Good morning. All of the months has 28 days.
Well, it seemed that was an adult who kind of chime in there. We do appreciate. We do appreciate. Let me see. We have one more. Let me try this one.
All the months have 28 days.
Yeah, well, you folks were a little bit late. So Maya is the one that actually the second.
She was the first. She was the first one with the correct answer.
With the correct answer. If you do it, provide the actual. So the first individual didn't give. She said February, and the second one was the correct answer, being the first to give the correct answer. So Maya, congratulations. We're gonna get we got your name. I will get your number sent so that you can get that call and necessary arrangements read so you can collect whatever you will be collecting. All right.
Well, your name would be sent to the computer store. All you need to do is to head on down there with proper ID to verify who exactly you are.
Maya Joseph.
And you are good to go.
Yep. All right. I guess an adult will accompany her and make the necessary arrangements.
Hopefully.
All right. Carry the date. June the 4th, 2022. Monrouge Playing Field. What Grenada should be all geared up for? What's happening on that date?
King of the Grill is going down at the Monrouge Playing Field. Of course, they've added a karaoke component to it, and you can win $500. It's the Maggie, King of the Grill.
Yep.
All right, so if you are a lover of everything barbecue, you are in for a treat.
Yeah. So if you like grilling your stuff, you've been doing your little backyard thing, and you're saying, hey, and it's been tasty because friends and family has been giving you credit for the way it tastes, and you have signed up. Yeah, let's see how you do. Coming up for you June the 4th, 2022. So all those of you who have signed up already, congratulations, and I guess you're just waiting. Have your grill all prepared nicely, and of course, all the I get people going to have their stuff all decorated and looking all nice. Yeah, you understand. And
nice.
Yep. And you're gonna be those of you who have also signed up for the karaoke, or karaoke as we like to say sometimes. You also be getting up, making sure that you're drinking a little honey, and then you start taking a little honey and thing too, Gary. I mean, drinking a little honey and getting the voice all
ready, man.
getting the voice all tuned up for.
Always ready.
Yeah. King of the Grill. I did mention yesterday, Gary, that yesterday we had the final cruise ship popping in for the season, for this month, not for the season, but for this particular month. Yesterday was the final one. I'm not sure if there's any unscheduled calls coming in between now and the end of April, but yesterday, the 26th, we had the final one popping in, and not until the 1st of May, we're going to see a next one. That's this coming Sunday. We have the, who's scheduled to be in, that the Celebrity Exonics. That's the one I'm seeing scheduled for Sunday, and it'll be the final one for the season. All right, and not until the end of October or November. That's when the season restarts again. That's when we're going to see more cruise ships popping back. All right, so that's the end for this season, the 2021-2022 season. Come the 1st of May, that's when the final one for the season pops in. All right,
and
so
we can only expect bigger the next season.
Yeah,
the cruise ship rolls back in. All right, so I think in hindsight we can say that it's been a really good year.
Not too bad a year. Not too bad a season. Not too bad a season. And you know, there are times where we have approximately as much as 500 cruise ships coming in per year. You understand? And it's all good to see that we topped off just about 202 for this season. And it could have been more. It could have been more because there were days that there were cruise ships in that I didn't have on the list. So it could have been a bit more than I am mentioning from the list before me this morning. So looking for the 2022-2023 season coming around, and should be a whole lot better. So I hope those of you in the industry, hope you fared well. The visitor spend the money, if they did. If you were, a vendor per se, and you had your spices and so forth. And I hear much folks complaining about that this year for some reason. So probably it was a good season for them. Hey, Gary, due for a break. Let's take a break, and when we come back, we got much more to chit-chat about. When we come back, we also have a song by Terra the Governor. Yeah, we want to take a listen up to that when we come back, and then we get into all the other good stuff here. All part of Good Morning Grenada.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Ultratech gasoline and diesel, available only at Rubis stations.
The Rotary Clubs in Grenada introduce the Good Neighbor Initiative, a program designed to assist individuals and families who require short-term assistance with electricity bill payment and the cost associated with rewiring of homes due to fires and natural disasters. If you or someone you know is in need of help, please visit our website at www.goodneighborinitiative.org. The Good Neighbor Initiative, helping individuals and families with short-term electricity bill payments and electrical wiring. One neighbor at a time.
So we're back live here on Good Morning Grenada. And pretty soon, as mentioned before we actually took the break, I did mention we got a song coming up for you. All about the music in the mix this morning. Have that track from Terry the Governor. I'm sure Master Control is getting that a bit sorted out as we're going to throw that up. And when we throw that and we come back, after the that song from Terry the Governor, we're going to jump directly into the Celebrations Club. Shout you folks out who are celebrating your B-Day today. And then we're getting to the meat of the matter, chit-chat about all the current affairs and more that's happening in the beautiful island of ours. And even stuff around the world. Hey, Master Control, throw that Terry the Governor. Let me, of course, sing along with it if I can this morning. Yeah, I'll try that. Good morning. Terror the Governor. The track simply entitled Woo. Yeah. You know, if you ever met Terror the Governor, you'll wonder if it's the same individual doing the music and with his personality. Humble guy indeed, man. Shout out to Terror the Governor once again. Blessings as always. Hey, let's jump directly into the Celebrations Club here on K105 Hot 98 GBN TV. Good morning, Grenada. Good morning to all the celebrants for today. Let's kick it off in terms of who is topping off my list this morning. Let me say good morning to Miss Lou Lucy Lett, good morning and happy birthday. As a matter of fact, she resides in the U.S., but actually she's on vacation here in the Spice Isle. Good morning to her and happy birthday. Greetings going out to this morning from her grandchildren, who's also in the U.S., to be New York to be precise. Hey, Shania, this morning, wishing you a happy birthday. Who's else is on my list this morning? Let me say good morning to Davil Lawrence of Lower Capital. Good morning to Davil. How you doing this morning? Your mom and dad shouting you this morning, wishing you a happy birthday. Michaelia Roberts of Wells Road in Grenville. Good morning. 15 years old today. Good morning. Members of the entire home circle are shouting out this morning. Not forgetting your godmother. That's Hermelinda Jones shouting you out also, wishing you a happy birthday. Carissa McPhail of Wester Hall. Good morning. Happy birthday. Let me say good morning to Lindy Grant of Conference. How are you? Happy birthday. Aloma James of Adelphi. Good morning. Her mom is shouting out this morning. Her mom name is Lucy. Her dad Franklin. They all shouting out this morning. Brothers, sisters, the whole family. Rufin Duncan of Springs in St. George. Good morning. Happy birthday. Let's say good morning to Nesta Alexander of Telescope. Good morning and happy birthday. Angela Alexander of Montreat St. Patrick, who's actually 82 years old today. Senior citizen. Good morning and happy birthday. Let's say good morning to David Richard, yes, of Carrier. Good morning. Good morning to you, sir. Happy birthday. Gary James of Grove Estate. Good morning. Larissa Wellington of Tivoli. Good morning. Actually resides in the UK. Good morning and happy birthday to you. Akita Santa Claus of Wester Hall. Good morning. Good morning to you, Akita. How you doing? Happy birthday, lady. Let's say good morning to Adana Lawrence of Sobeys. Good morning to you, Adana. Happy birthday. Shadell Andrew of Bylands, who actually resides in the USA. Good morning. Everton Lewis of Lower Capital. Good morning. Ural Romain of Mount Hon. Good morning. Let's say good morning also to Irma Smith, who's in Trinidad. Who's from Trinidad, actually, I should say, but actually resides somewhere in Grenada of Trinidad. Let's leave it like that. Good morning and happy birthday. Randy Dina of Brothers in St. John. Good morning, happy birthday. Let's say good morning to Shanika Gibbs of St. James. Good morning, happy birthday from your mom and other members of the family. Wishing you a great day today. Donaldson James of Cloget. Good morning, happy birthday. His entire family is sending out the love to him this morning, especially his mom, Allison, sisters and brothers also. Let's say good morning to Marcia Flanders of Hermitage St. Patrick. Good morning, happy birthday. Wendy Francis of Woburn. Good morning, happy birthday to you. Let's say good morning to Aline Paul and Lydon Paul, Tonya Paul of Paradise, all celebrating today. Ooh, lucky family, man. Happy birthday. All the best. Let's say good morning to Cian Benjamin of Coast Guard in St. Mark. Good morning and happy birthday from a dear friend, that's Lynette John. Kyra Joseph of Conference in St. Andrew, celebrating 8 years old today. Happy birthday to Kyra. Kenya Thomas of Tebaid. Good morning and happy birthday. Kenya is actually 14 years old today. Happy birthday to you this morning. Let's say good morning and happy birthday to Jason Paul of St. Clouds, celebrating. Happy birthday. Sharon Wilson of Duquesne is also celebrating today. Rayanne Franklin of Chantamel, 17 years old today. Rayanne, good morning. Brendana James of Conference, happy birthday to you. I got twins on my list. Again, this time is Shania and Shania Alexander. They're from River Sally. Happy birthday to both of you. Night is Nikaya Noel of Wester Hall. Happy birthday from her mom. Auntie Mary's wishing her happy birthday also. Michael Ross of Abolio. Good morning and happy birthday. Let's say good morning to Micah Joseph of she's also known as Baraka. He's actually one of those Calypsonians. Hey, good morning to you, sir. Happy birthday. Angela Farmers of Grand Roy. Good morning, happy birthday from your children, your grandchildren. Jonathan Smart Noel of Tuileries, happy birthday. Rachel Peters of Grove Estate, how are you? Happy birthday. Reginald Sylvester Jr., Grandlands Valley, good morning and happy birthday to you from your entire family. Let's say good morning to Deshaun John of Central Grove Estate, who's celebrating today. Special shout out to you this morning from members of your family. They're all wishing you a happy birthday. Let's say good morning to Leroy Dominic of Boucherjou. What about Nicole? Yeah, that's Nicole Cambridge of Bailey's Bacolet. That's in St. David's. Good morning and happy birthday off to you also. Fimba Barito of Providence. Good morning, happy birthday. Let's say good morning to the Honorable Kate Lewis Peters of Paradise. Good morning to you, lady. Happy birthday. Elvis Batiste. How you doing this morning? Happy birthday. And that's Javin Park of Montegazo. Good morning. Happy birthday to you. And the Final birthday celebrant on my list this morning, Garnet Paul of Victoria. Good morning and happy birthday from your mom, Clary. Yeah, of course. Good morning to him. His wife and children is also shouting him out. And finally, I have a wedding anniversary, and this couple is celebrating their 26th wedding anniversary. That's Enos and Donna McDonald of Calavini in St. George, wherever Enos, I think Enos is somewhere in the U.S., right? Enos, good morning, man. Yeah, we had a chit-chat a couple of weeks ago. Good morning and happy anniversary. That's Enos and Donna McDonald of Calavini. Happy anniversary. That's it for the list this morning. I want to wish all the celebrants a happy birthday, and the lone couple on the list this morning, a happy anniversary. Hey, my brother Gary, that's it for the list this morning, and we have gotten that out of the way.
I didn't know Enos was a twin.
He's not a twin. He actually is. Today's actually his anniversary.
Oh, I thought it was birthday.
No,
okay.
It's his anniversary. He and his wife Donna, they're celebrating there. 26 years, man. I know you did that a long time, bro. 26 years. I'm right to bliss.
Happy birthday to Lucilette.
Yeah.
From her friend Agnes. This shout out is coming via Facebook Live. So happy birthday to you, Lucy.
Yeah, I actually did shout out. I did get a WhatsApp from her children in the U.S. this morning. Her grandchildren, matter of fact, out there in the USA. They hit me up on WhatsApp.
She's covered on many different fronts.
Yeah. She's been taken care of.
Facebook Live?
Actually, she lives in the U.S., but she's actually on vacation here in Grenada right now. So shout outs going out to her this morning. All right. Yo, lots to show this morning, Gary, man. You know, in terms of what's buzzing around on the local and international scene. And I'll let you kick it off, and I will chime in where I can. So you kick it off this morning.
Yesterday was the PM's address to the nation, and the PM explained the pension ruling and its possible future impact on the country. GT, I'm not too sure if you got a chance to check it out.
I actually did miss the first 18 minutes of it, though. The first 18 minutes.
You might have missed this. Well, this clip might have chipped in at about the 18-minute, 20-minute portion of his speech. So let's listen to the PM as he explains the whole pension situation and what effects it can have on the country long after he has been retired.
All right.
Listening.
Let's take a listen up to it. It's Good Morning Grenada. Let's take a listen.
Did not qualify for public sector pension. Although this act was not considered by the High Court judge, it's important to note this, its constitutionality may now need to be considered. The recent court ruling declared the closure of public sector pension schemes unconstitutional, retroactively establishing pension entitlements for public employees who entered the service after 1985. That ruling, sisters and brothers, implies that pension benefits would become payable to public employers who were hired after 1985, and not solely NIS pension, not only solely on NIS pension benefits. The payment implications of that ruling comprise: 1, pension to people hired after 1985 and retired before the date of the ruling for the period between the date of retirement and the implementation of the ruling. 2, future pension to people hired after 1985 and retired before the date of the ruling for the period after implementation of the ruling until the beneficiary's death. Thirdly, current people who will now retire from the public service. And fourthly, pension for people who will be hired after the date of the ruling. While that ruling only focused on the constitutionality of certain features of that pension act governing public sector pensions, it is nevertheless creating a pension system which differs considerably from what was envisioned by both the 1983 reform and its revisions in the past 30 years. Sisters and brothers, the original pension reform concept of the early 1980s did not foresee public sector employees earning two pensions in parallel.
So we're back, Gary. We're back.
Two pensions in parallel, you know, retroactive, and of course, what they are probably currently enjoying. You know, that's the reality of the situation. A very somber looking audience as well.
Yeah, they seemed they were focused a lot on listening what the PM had to say.
Yeah. Well, if you were in doubt or confused about the court's ruling, now I think things might be a little bit clear right about now. And you could probably deduce a few things as far as the action of the PM is concerned going forward based on a few things that he said. Of course, he's questioning the constitutionality, all right, if I didn't butcher that word there, of the ruling. But we'll leave that there, man. That's where that stands. And well, that's where that stands. So the story ends, so the wire bend.
Well,
all right, we're moving on here.
Yeah, we're moving on. We're moving on.
Yeah. Well, later on today, and this is not by surprise, and I think fittingly enough, the leader of the opposition would be addressing the nation.
Yeah.
All right. So we can look forward to that, folks. So Mr. Deacon Mitchell, leader of the National Democratic Congress, would be addressing the nation today, and I'm sure, as many of you, I'm sure would be certain of as well, he would address the some of the things that was said during the PM's address last evening. So look forward to that, guys.
All right, so we look forward to that.
That's going to be at 8 p.m. later on.
So folks could tune in and later on for that. Is it also going to be via GBN TV? I think we're going to also have the address here. And a couple of the other radio stations and so forth will also be carrying that. So certainly, I will be listening keenly to hear what, of course, the opposition leader has to say.
What he has to say.
Yep.
Meanwhile,
well, actually, I should say the opposition party leader, what he has to say. You understand? So I'll be listening up keenly for that also.
Meanwhile, the PRO of the NDC, Orlando Active, sought to clear the air on what the NMP leader said over the weekend with reference to potential violent outbursts due to events held in the same area simultaneously. So let's take a look and listen into what Orlando Active had to say in his message that was done yesterday. He's responding to the PM. Let's take a listen.
All right. It's Good Morning Grenada.
Suggesting that the NDC should not be having events when the NMP has events is baseless and can possibly stir and incite acrimony, tension, and violence when there is no need for such. This is particularly so in view of the fact that representatives from both parties met last Wednesday with the Royal Grenada Police Force to discuss and agree upon a protocol for hosting events. The protocol put forward was fully embraced by the NDC, and all parties shook hands, having endorsed the recommendation of the RGPF. Therefore, these utterances, which can potentially stir up discord and tension, are very disheartening. However, it is not surprising. It is known that such words are normally used to stir up confrontation and Mawet politics. The NDC rejects Tebe and Bacchanal and will not be drawn into this. We are also disappointed that the Prime Minister views the discipline and conduct of Grenadians with such low esteem and suggests the worst of our people. We do not believe the Grenadian people will so easily descend into chaos and violence and rebuke any such suggestions. Rather than being distracted by this bacchanal type politics, let us focus on the issues that really affect the nation, such as high unemployment, the poverty that is visible all around Grenada, skyrocketing cost of living, poor healthcare, and an economy that is battered and dying. So let me state for the record that the NDC does not have any intention of mimicking the politics of the NMP, as there isn't much to emulate. Once more, the NDC has demonstrated its commitment to a conflict-free, clean, and fair election, and we only hope the NMP will do likewise. We believe in the democratic process, and we have the confidence in the resolve and civility of the Grenadian people. Thank you.
So Orlando there, of course, given his of course, the NDC side of the statement that was made by the PM a couple of days ago, and interesting his take there, Gary, in terms of what
Mawet, TB, Bacchanal. Yeah, that's well, he's terming it, and a very eloquent response to the PM statement, and there you had it. NDC has finally, officially responded to that. So you can, of course, take whichever side of the fence you'd like as far as this issue is concerned. But there you have it. Yeah. I'm trying very hard not to echo my personal sentiments on this. I'm holding myself back. That's what I'm doing right now.
I'm trying to distract myself this morning so I would not say anything that would be out of the ordinary. So you see, you speaking, I'm on my phone and stuff while I'm listening to you, giving you the leeway this morning. Because, we always have the tendency to get into trouble. You understand?
Yeah.
And trouble I don't want today. You understand?
No trouble, right?
Yeah, no trouble.
Good,
no trouble. No.
Yes.
Because sometimes you don't want to trouble, per se. Yeah. Anyway.
So look forward to the address to the nation this evening from the leader of the NDC, and that is, of course, Mr. Deacon Mitchell. That's going to be at 8 p.m., and that's going to clear the air on a lot of things, all right, as far as NDC is concerned. So we all tune in for that. Election.
Yeah.
We're going to continue to get ready.
The
all right?
air. I guess
I like the part where he said that, of course, how the PM has put in little faith and confidence in the ability of Grenadians to exercise discipline. All right? So it's interesting.
Well,
very interesting take, I should say. We moving on,
Let me move on. If
we have a break to take, a nice look at music.
We do have a break. You have a break to take here right now. I'm looking at my log here. We do have a break. Let's take it, then we come back. We'll get some music, and as we move forward, time is moving up on us, man. We got like roughly 20 minutes moving up before we wrap this morning. Let's take that break. We're coming right back. Don't touch your dial, folks.
Have you heard about the new Softweave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Softweave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Softweave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Place this morning, because if you are more than 18 minutes, you're certainly going to be running into going to be late. All right, I would say that. Hey, did promise to hit you up with a great another music video in the mix this morning. We get a music video by Sabrina Francis with a track entitled No Way. We're going to entertain that for a wee bit, and when we come back, we link back with the Hot 98, and certainly have some more information we got to thread to you before we actually wrap the show up for this morning. It's Wednesday, the 27th of April. A Master Control, of course, you lead the way with that particular song there from Sabrina.
Remember that thing that the other day we saw on YouTube with the young lady? What? No. Yes. And she was like, tell me something about Grenada. Yes.
Titled No Way, No Way. Lovely.
You know, I said Orlando Octave.
Yeah, I was going to correct you in that, but I just didn't want to, of course, get you over. Mr. Orlando was going to get you.
It's like when you want to say something, but your mouth says something different. It's my apologies. Orlando
Romaine. I heard you said it once, twice, and I was saying, hey.
And I didn't just say it once.
No, you said it twice. You understand? Wait.
My apologies. My sincere apologies.
Cool guy, man. I met him personally, and he ain't gonna be minding that. He understands. He understands. Anyway, maybe moving
Orlando
on.
Octave is a soca artist.
Yeah.
FYI.
You're mixing him the man in Grenada politics, but
yeah. Understand? Big up to Alistair under the life. He says it means pension is good for parliamentarians only, not for civil servants. Yeah. So the live is lit with a lot of comments that I would not in any way get to go through for the remainder of
I'm looking
the
at a lot of
morning.
comments there, which I don't think I want to entertain for time remaining purposes, but there are a lot of folks who have a lot to say, but we got to move
says,
on.
host, thank you for at least attempting to be balanced, but some of your info may be wrong. The opposition leader addressing the nation on what the PM has said. I think Deacon Mitchell is the leader of the NDC, and he will be addressing the nation on issues relating to their party's projections. So I don't suppose then he will brush upon some of the things that were mentioned in the
Maybe
in the speech.
Maybe or maybe not. I guess he maybe already have his stuff all prepared already, Gary. What he's really talking about. Maybe there's something that the PM said that he may want to highlight on. You never know. So I'm
sure he would go that way.
Yeah, we just can't preempt it as yet. When the gentleman decides he wants to speak later, and then we hear what he speaks about. You understand? Yeah. Anyway, let's move on, Gary.
Well, as many of you all know, the Royals, they were in St. Vincent. It's funny because a clip surfaced where a St. Vincent bird
you like the funny stuff,
almost knocked the sunglasses off.
You like the funny, you know.
I could imagine how she felt at that moment. She probably felt one of the ancestors came and gave her a good bop behind the head. Hey, let's take a look at the video, though.
They're probably saying, "Hey, you come to the Caribbean."
I got it. You come inside. You think he's going to come up there? Yes, he's going to. Ma'am.
Pertaining to the visit from
if they were
the
referring
Royal.
to the clip. No, there wasn't an audio associated with that clip.
Yeah, we were chit-chatting in the background of that, so there was no
there
audio.
wasn't an audio associated with that clip. Just the bird hitting her upside, a nice little rap behind the head.
The Royals are going to get at you one of these days, my brother.
Ancestors and one of the birds, boy.
Yeah.
That was a bird straight from our ancestors.
Yeah, man. Anyway, we have just around 8 minutes or so left on the show this morning. Let's see where JC's going to take us before we I'm trying to get JC, so folks, if you see me leaning into the screen, forgive me for that. I just got to tap JC in there, have a little chit chat with him as where he's going to take us around with the traffic cam this morning. I'm not sure exactly where he's at or where he decided to take us through.
Good morning, GT.
Good morning, JC. How are you doing, my brother? How you doing?
I'm good.
Which part of the island you be taking us through this morning?
Not here, no mind.
Driving
press that button.
Just close to the Adelphi Junction. I'm on my way to St. George's.
Could you repeat that? Yeah, there was a little break in your audio there just a little bit.
The Adelphi, just passing the Adelphi Junction.
Adelphi Junction.
St. George's.
Okay, Adelphi Junction.
Approaching the Granite and Rainforest.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's a lot of rain.
Actually, don't have a video feed from you as yet. I'm awaiting Master Control to throw that video feed up so that we can actually have a view of where you at exactly. For the benefit for the viewers and for Gary, who doesn't have a clue where Adelphi is. You understand? I just like to throw that out at him from time to time. Like to throw that out. He's probably hearing those names and balling, hey, what is these guys actually talking about? Where is Adelphi? Gary, you know where Adelphi is? To be honest, let's be straight up. Where Adelphi is?
I can't remember.
And we also have that Delphi stuff for spring, Gary. You a man does explore, Gary. You should explore and go and take a bath in that Delphi.
You in the country then?
Man.
He's on his way to St. George's. So, we're giving you clues, Maybe you could pick up on the clues that we're throwing out. He's in Adelphi on his way to St. George, the Adelphi, Sulphur Ring there also. Think about it.
That's probably Mary Bow area coming on there, right?
Nah, man. It's even.
All right, I'm gonna shut up.
It's even closer than you think. Am I right by saying? Am I right by saying that? JC.
Is it in the?
We are going to
Willis area.
We are approaching now the Granite and Rainforest. Okay,
Adelphi's just around the Brush Grove area there, Gary. Come on, man.
Well, when I say I was close the first time, man.
No, you were. You say something.
That general vicinity.
You say Mary Bow and all these things. Mary Bow is way back still. Anyway, I don't know. We just like to get at you. I mean, if you haven't learned about Grenada by listening to JC on the traffic cam on the mornings when we do entertain him, you certainly will learn a lot. We don't have a video feed of you this morning as yet, JC. For some reason, I'm not sure why. So we more or less.
Yeah, but I'm already live. It's live on Facebook, so.
Well, I'm not sure why Master Control is not getting the feed up as yet. So everybody's looking at me. You understand? Looking at me this morning. And if Master Control want to grab it from the Zoom this morning, they could probably do that also and take a look at where you at. All right. So, Gary, 5 minutes moving on before the top of the hour this morning. It's Good Morning Grenada, and we were JC this morning with the traffic cam, and he's just left the Adelphi area, heading up to the Granite area right now, heading into St. George pretty soon.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Somebody under the live say Brush Grove area.
Yeah.
Yes, and we urge motorists to take it easy on the road this morning. It's wet.
Yeah.
Yes.
The forecast actually predicted this morning that we're going to have some thunder showers during the course of the day.
Very wet.
Yeah.
You got to take your time. Yes.
All right.
So we're looking at, for the benefit of folks on the radio, we are looking at JC as he drives through that scenic area, lush green area of Granite.
All right, man.
The Granite Rainforest. Yes.
Yes, Granite Rainforest.
Oh, so
beautiful area.
Yeah. So
along this area, folks. Yes, it's also beautiful and nice to explore, folks. In also part of it, the Granite Rainforest, you have the St. Margaret Falls, the Seven Sister Waterfalls. Gary, you ever been there?
Definitely been there on more than one occasions too. So
yeah,
I'm not a stranger to those areas.
Okay.
I per se have never been to the falls in that particular area yet. Have never. Many times
St. Margaret Falls, the Seven Sister Waterfalls. Gary, you ever been there?
So I've never visited those sister falls in there. Nope, I haven't. That's on one of my to-do lists. Just never had the opportunity to do
it. The first time I've been to that falls, they didn't have no allowed route at the time, so he was hiking through the bushes.
Okay, so that's way back when, man.
Way back, slips and slides and all kind of stuff.
All right.
One of these days, guys, I have to go Mount St. Catherine. One of these days, I'll have to take my followers to Mount St. Catherine, a live trip to Mount St. Catherine.
That's going to be a serious hike, man.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
It's going to be a serious hike. It's been ages since I've gone on a hike, man.
You want to join me, Gary?
Yeah, well, hey, why not?
Yeah.
No backing down. It's a challenge. No backing down.
Just around about 2 weeks ago,
I'm up to the task, man.
Just around 2 weeks ago, I drove up to the Kublal area of there, Montana, as the folks would like to call the original name. You ever been up there, JC? You ever been there?
I've been up there several times. I'm not driving though. I drive with somebody. I won't take the chance to drive.
Yeah,
No.
it's a kind of dangerous drive, but
yes.
but I actually drive. I drove up there just around 2 Saturdays ago. I actually drove up there, so and I was like,
okay,
yeah.
Good stuff, man.
No, we are close. No, we are close to the Grenada Great House.
Okay.
And if you're visiting Grenada, you can come and you can come visit the Grenada Lake. It's a nice scenic relaxation in the morning. You can come sit there, meditate, read a book. Or you can come visit the monkeys.
Anyway.
Let me tell you something. Them monkeys and them will get attitude too. You know? I went up there the last time, tried feeding a monkey or the monkeys a few bananas. Yeah, you had to watch it. You know?
Yeah, the more a lot than you.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
He's probably saying, what's wrong with this guy come feeding me bananas? You understand?
The minute time you pull out that banana, they'll be like, gimme.
Yeah. Anyway, man, it's getting to that time of the morning. The final 2 minutes before we wrap the show up this morning. And JC, we love you. Say thank you once again for taking us on that journey as you usually do. It's always appreciative to see the scenic areas around the island. And it's a pleasure as always, man.
So, just to urge motorists to take it easy on the road. It's wet. No accidents today, please.
We're hoping not for any.
Yes.
Yeah.
And yes, remember, for Just School, we also do live streaming and video recording of funeral services all over the island of Grenada. We also do wedding. And folks, once the weather changes sometime next week, we may take the traffic cam to the air.
Okay, great.
Will it be a pilot next week?
All right, JC, take it easy, man, and have yourself a blessed day.
Have yourself a wonderful day.
All right. That was Just School there this morning, taking us on a traffic cam around that area there, and he's in the Grenada area. Hey, Gary, we're going to wrap the show up this morning. Pleasure as always, interesting as always. We're going to do this tomorrow, and I'm sure I'll be with you on Friday, but if I'm not, it's probably going to, until then. Take it easy, bro.
It's been a pleasure, man, as always. Thank you. Have a blessed day. For the folks on Facebook, GBN TV, K105. You guys can catch me over on Hot 98. I'm out.
All right. Hey, don't forget, coming up on K105 at 8 a.m. this morning, we have for you the BBC News. Stick around for that. That's coming just around 30 seconds or so from now. Stick around for that. So that's what we say goodbye for. Good morning, Grenada. Let's say goodbye to GBN TV. Let's say goodbye to our folks over at Hot 98. Gary, take it easy, my brother. And our social media platforms. We want to wish you folks all the best for the rest of the day. Until you hear from us again, have yourself a lovely, lovely day. Got a break? I want to take that break and then come back with the I think we should take the BBC News already in progress. Let's go.
Benny Hill.